Welcome to the show. As always, we're going to begin with the COVID-19 cases because that's what we're going to do from now on throughout the show. I mean, I know you say it's all a hoax, but the numbers are real, not fake. Like I've always told you, don't listen to those anti-maskers who don't wear masks. I'll get to that in a sec. So let's look at the latest numbers for people here in the state of Texas. We're up to 2.48 million cases here in the state of Texas. The deaths are at 39,000, getting close to 40,000. As for Nueces County, we're at 36,046. None have recovered, which is now up to 663. None have recovered in the state, nor in the United States. Went up to 26.8 million. None have recovered, 459K. Worldwide, 105 million. 58.5 million have recovered, 2.3 deaths. Harris County, 320, 326K, 264K for Dallas County. Tryon County, 227. Bexar County, 180. And the biggest one in California, Los Angeles County, 1.13 million plus 4,863. I cannot begin to express. Los Angeles County, you need to make sure, you need to get those cases going down, as always. Those cases have got to go down, and they have to go down immediately. Y'all need to get that vaccine right now. And keep on continuing practicing social distancing, and that's it. Or go do what you want to do. Continue rising in cases, and many people are going to die. If you continue to keep the cases going up, many people are going to die. You're now getting close to 18,000 deaths here, and unless you're getting close to 18,000, if you guys don't do something. And the RTA here in Corpus Christi is now up to speed by not allowing people to sit close together. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. No ifs, ands, buts, excuses. And as for social distancing, you need to be 6 feet apart as always. I've said this countless times, you need to be 6 feet apart. No excuse. Shopping, 6 feet. You've seen on game shows, they have to stay 6 feet apart, and they stay 6 feet apart, and they follow the pandemic rules. Everyone wears masks, and everyone has limits. Masks. Top priority is the mask. If your workplace does not allow face shields, do not wear face shields because they are exposing. I mean, if you wear a face shield, that's not going to help. It's like, where's your mask? I have a face shield on. That's not going to help. It's too exposing. Who says? Your corporate. Your corporate has a rule that says do not wear face shields. Then do not wear face shields. There's no but. There's no if. There's no and. No excuse. No exceptions. Period. If you're under 10 and or have a medical condition, what you need to do, what you've got to do, is let them know beforehand. So that the people can understand you have a medical condition and your child is under 10. I've seen little kids with masks and not following the CDC's recommendation. That probably leads me to believe that no one follows the CDC's recommendation. That's what's got me to believe. Nobody wants to follow the pandemic rules. They'd rather just sit there and do whatever. And just today, I saw a couple of people walking into the coffee shop, and no one was wearing a mask over there. Walked in, no one wore a mask. Despite the COVID rules, you need to wear a mask and stay 6 feet. Respect the rules so that we all can be safe. And if the government wants me to if the government wants me to follow the rules, then you have to follow the rules also. So let's not do this ever again. Let's not have a repeat of this unless you guys want to sit there and take this as a joke. This is not a joke. This is not a hoax. You think COVID-19 is a hoax. You think the numbers are fake. The numbers are not fake. The numbers are provided by your state health department. And they do a good job. They do their homework. They get paid a lot more money than you do. Why don't you go work with them, and they'll show you. They're experts. They will show you about the numbers and why they're real. Later in this broadcast, a 1-year anniversary tribute to the car crash that happened last year. We're going to look into that and give you up to date for those who haven't watched on the last Game Break last year. But there's more topics still to come, so stay with us. We'll be right back. Imagine this. You're just sitting down to eat, or you're just sitting down having some coffee and trying to study. You're studying. Now imagine you stop studying for a minute, wanting to go out, and then someone points a gun at you, and is like, "Get out of my way!" And it points at the gun, and imagine this. The man who has a gun on his side walks up and says, "Can I have some food?" And he's like, "You wear a mask?" Like, "No, I don't wear a mask." Takes out a gun, and it goes, "Let me order my food, or I'm going to shoot you." So that's what happened in California. This surveillance video shows a man at a California restaurant employee after allegedly refusing to request to put a mask on. Nobody in the kitchen or staff rescues Waffles. So the staff say the man took off to-go orders. The cook says he got into a light-covered sedan. The man's still on the loose. Here's the latest from Inside Edition.
Points a gun at someone. This maskless man points a gun at someone allegedly upset because he was told to put a mask on at a California restaurant. But he seemed to just want sweet revenge and only ended up taking off with fried chicken, waffles, and syrup. No one was harmed.
I understand our chicken is good, but I mean, that's some expensive chicken these guys got there. It was just pretty stupid and crazy at the same time.
The cook at Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles says it all started when the man in the dark blue shirt and pants with a pattern walked in, and the cashier asked him to put on a mask.
He said, "Why do you come over here and tell me on my face?" And he told him again, "I just put a mask on," and then that's when he got mad and then pulled out a gun, I guess.
It was all caught on the restaurant's security cameras. You see the man headed to the kitchen and pointing the gun at the cook. He allegedly said,
Pointing the gun at me, pretty much said, "Put all the chicken in the bag."
The chicken and not the money?
They ain't got no money in the kitchen.
And there were no bags, so he grabbed a couple of to-go orders while employees ran out the back door. Police say he drove off with a passenger in a light sedan. The suspects may have gotten their fill of chicken and waffles, but police say that meal is going to come with handcuffs. The man is still on the loose. This is Inside Edition Digital.
Next time you see that, you call the police. You call the police. You don't just let them get away with it. No. Trespassing and theft. Now we're going to Florida. Imagine this. You're sitting in jail. You're a girl. You're sitting in jail. And you decide to flirt you're sitting in jail in handcuffs, and you decide to flirt with the judge because you don't have a girlfriend. Well, that's what happened in Florida. This defendant in handcuffs started to flirt with the judge. What happened next shocked everyone else. Again, Inside Edition.
I just have to tell you, you're gorgeous.
Thank you, Mr. Lewis. All right, Mr. Lewis. Flattery will get you everywhere, but maybe not here.
Well, he tried. Demetrius Lewis decided he was not throwing away his shot to make a move on Judge Tabitha Blackman. In some cases, that might be acceptable in real life, but when it's handcuffed defendant Demetrius Lewis, complimenting the physical features of Florida's Broward County Judge Tabitha Blackman, it makes for an awkward courtroom experience, even virtually.
How you doing? How you doing?
All right, I'm good, sir. How are you?
Judge, you is so gorgeous, the judge. I just have to tell you, you're gorgeous.
Thank you, Mr. Lewis. All right, Mr. Lewis. Flattery will get you everywhere, but maybe not here.
Lewis tried, but in the end, Judge Blackman was all about business.
The support is going to set bond of $5,000 on count one.
Next time, maybe he'll stick with, "Good morning, Your Honor."
Judge, you is so gorgeous, the judge. I just have to tell you, you're gorgeous.
For Inside Edition Digital, I'm TC Newman.
That leads me to the next topic. How to talk to the judge politely. Here's what you do. You sit in front, you say, someone says you good morning, you don't say, "Hi, you're beautiful." No. You say, "Good morning, Your Honor. How are you doing today?" That's how you... That's how you just politely say it nice. Don't be flirting with the judge, because they might be married. They might be in a love like no one knows. Okay. We're just 3 days away from the trial happening on February 8th. The second impeachment trial of Donald Trump. And we're not going to be there's no very latest happening yet, but Gimme Brick will do a good hour on that. But on Gimme Brick Monday, we're going to give you the trial, what had happened, is he impeached, and what's going to happen. But before we go on break, here again is the very latest Inside Edition, all about Majorette Taylor Greene.
Battle's Georgia Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene today portrayed herself as a victim of cancel culture.
I never once said during my entire campaign, QAnon. I never said any of these things since I have been elected for Congress.
It was a more genteel version of the firebrand who once questioned whether 9/11 happened.
There's never any evidence shown for a plane in the Pentagon.
She also wondered out loud whether Bill and Hillary Clinton murdered JFK Jr.
That's another one of those Clinton murders, right?
So what do the people who voted for her think now? Haley Mason is a reporter with CBS 46 in Atlanta. The overwhelming consensus is that many people we've spoken to today do not agree with Congressman Taylor Greene. They say that she is an embarrassment.
So is it true? I mean, they'll be leaving all that stuff from the show Boondocks, like Jesus was blank, Ronald Reagan was the devil, the government's lying about 9/11, leading it all into a white riot. Okay, I don't want to go into that. It's racism, and I don't have that kind of time. Coming up, Super Bowl Sunday it's Super Bowl Sunday. We're going to tell you some things what not to do during this pandemic. So what should you not do? We're going to give you some helpful hints and tips when we return. For those who are going to celebrate the great big game on Sunday, the number one priority you need to care about is safety. In other words, what not to do. In other words, I mean, during COVID, I mean, there's gonna be limits, but many people are going to party. So if you're gonna host a Super Bowl party, these are the do's and don'ts. Don't plan on shouting and cheering for your friends. And it's about the public health. Don't share meals. Don't be like sharing meals. And if you're gonna, and as the latest from Inside Edition tells us, it's about safety.
These ladies are ready to celebrate the big game, and safety is their #1 priority. So if you decide to throw a small Super Bowl gathering, #1, make sure you're outside. #2, keep your mask on at all times,
Yes.
unless you're eating or drinking.
Yes.
Our guests have a special connection to the Super Bowl. Their guys play for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. You've got your personal coolers, which they recommend you bring your own snacks, your own condiments. We've all got our masks on.
It's going to be a challenge, but I think we're still going to make the best of it.
Yes.
You don't want to share anything. Bring your own plates and napkins and individual drinks.
Yes.
The hot sauce. I've got ranch.
Yes.
And some extra masks.
And of course, they want us to stay 6 feet apart so you can
Yes.
see how we're doing.
Yes.
We hold it at the end there. And
Yes.
6 feet. We're right there.
Yes.
Bring your own meat. Make sure that you don't overcrowd wherever the food is going to be cooked.
Celebrity chef Jeff Philbin of MasterChef fame grilled the burgers.
And what we're going to do here is we're going to let these grill for about 4 minutes per side.
Time to dress your burgers with the goodies you brought.
Oh, good.
One more tip. Watch the game outside, whether on your TV or a projection screen. And when your team scores a touchdown, this is how you celebrate. It's safer when you don't yell and scream.
There was one more thing that I read on the CDC, that we should probably keep it down with the alcohol because we definitely don't want to let our guards down and take off these masks.
And another thing, if you're doing it late night, do not wake the neighbors up. People are going to be complaining like, the noise, Megan, stop! Stop it! I got work in the morning! Stop! Listen, and it's why people are calling the Super Bowls. It's the Super Bowl Super Spreader, fines of $500, no mask entry. And again, here's the latest from Inside Edition.
Please stay home Super Bowl Sunday. That's the word from Dr. Anthony Fauci, saying now is not the time to be around anyone not in your bubble. Health experts fear that the Super Bowl could be a super spreader and much more dangerous than Christmas or Thanksgiving. Stephen Fabian begins our coverage.
A dire warning today that the Super Bowl may become another super spreader event.
Every time we do have something like this, there always is a spike, be it a holiday, Christmas, New Year's, Thanksgiving. And Super Bowl is a big deal.
Dr. Fauci went on a media blitz pleading with Americans to stay away from Super Bowl watch parties.
As much fun as it is to get together in a big Super Bowl party, now is not the time to do that. Watch the game and enjoy it, but do it with your family or with people that are in your household.
The mayors of Super Bowl rivals Tampa and Kansas City joined forces for this PSA, warning people not to take risks to watch the big game.
To celebrate in small groups instead of squeezing into a crowded bar.
Order takeout from your favorite local restaurant.
But thousands are flocking to the Super Bowl experience in Tampa. Megan Alexander is there.
Tampa is one of the highest risk areas for contracting COVID, and 11 cases of the UK super strain have been detected. With large crowds expected for the Super Bowl, authorities are cracking down on anyone not wearing a mask in public with a $500 fine.
We are taking every precaution, but we're also asking everyone to understand their level of personal responsibility.
Here in New York, people are once more being vaccinated at the Javits Convention Center after that massive snowstorm shut it down for 2 days. The vaccine rollout is now a race against time as there are fears the virus is mutating faster than people can be vaccinated.
We certainly are trying to vaccinate people as quickly as possible, but most of us think not as quickly as we would like. That's for sure. These variants are more contagious and they spread very rapidly.
Hey, Robin, George, and TJ, and everybody.
And Michael Strahan, who has been absent from Good Morning America for more than a week as he recovers from COVID, sent this message to America.
Wear your mask, wash your hands, use your wipes. I did all those things. But it just goes to show me that it takes more than just you as an individual. Everybody has to do it so that we help out each other.
And we will help out each other. If you follow those steps from celebrities and online, you can do your best to be safe. And all the Super Bowl fans are encouraged not to cheer from the CDC. Again, Inside Edition.
The CDC is telling fans at this Sunday's Super Bowl parties, don't cheer. To avoid turning Super Bowl parties into super spreaders, the CDC says avoid chanting or cheering. Instead, stomp, clap, bring handheld noisemakers. But here's the problem. All these common noisemakers require you to pull off your mask and blow to make some sound, something the CDC does not want you to do. As for those other handheld noisemakers that don't require you to blow, unless you have some left over from New Year's Eve, good luck finding them in stores. But is it at all possible that fans will be able to contain themselves during the excitement of the big game? Don't scream and yell, use noisemakers, stomp on the floor, stomp on tables.
Yeah.
Is that realistic?
That kind of doesn't make much sense, right?
The danger from Super Bowl parties is real.
We should be prepared for these more contagious variants to take hold, to start spreading exponentially. And so therefore our biggest defense is to get as many vaccines into arms as possible. We need as much herd immunity as we can possibly have right now.
That's all you need to know about the Super Bowl. So remember, stay socially distanced, wear a mask, bring your own food, do not cheer, and always stay 6 feet apart. If you have a medical condition, make sure you follow those other steps that I've told you about throughout all this time. When we come back, the 1 year anniversary of the crash that happened here in Corpus Christi, bring you up to date on what happened. Stay with us. Look, if you've been driving down Carroll Lane, you may remember that crash that happened at Carroll Lane SPID. CCPD officer Alan McCollum died in that crash. And because of that, that happened in the crash. And since 1 year, on that day, many people have been remembering. And after the news broke, I was the second one to break that news. Because for that, I respect the officers of every state. Texas, California, whatever. I respect the police officers, do what they say, and never disobey them. And I say to you, the CCPD officers, I'm sorry for your loss. I hope that Officer McCollum's memory is in your hearts, like he is in mine. And don't you worry, he's with you. He's in our hearts. Your heart is your home for all the friends you made. And your friends become part of their heart just as they become a part of yours. And if he doesn't forget you, then your hearts will be one. You may think I'm quoting Kingdom Hearts. I bet you I am quoting Kingdom Hearts. Because your friends are your power. That's the whole key to making new friends, is that your friends are your power. And in this case, the friends of Alan McGlone, the officers, he's in your heart. Just as he's in ours. We have to remember him just as we have to remember all those who died. Our hearts are together. Our hearts go out to him every day. When we look up at the sky, we know he's there. Up in heaven, up in the sky, we know he's there. That's all for this edition of Give Me a Break Friday. We'll see you again tomorrow for Give Me a Break Saturday night. Have a good night, everyone. Follow us here on YouTube. Take care of yourself and each other. Stay safe. And I'll see you on Saturday and Sunday for a special Super Bowl edition of Give Me a Break. Good night, everyone.